Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and today's video is going to be an update on my hair growth experiment. And for some of you that have been following me, you know that I started this experiment at the beginning of March, and so here it is, almost the beginning of July. So we've been going now for April, May, June, about 3.5 months. And so I just wanted to give you an update on how we're doing here. And I was going through my videos, and I noticed that back I got my hair cut last June, and so it's been a year since I got a haircut, and that haircut was a chin length bob, and it was cut like at an angle like this. And it was the kind of a bob where I wore my hair on the side, and I had some little bangs that kind of side swept at an angle like this, and it just came down, and the front pieces were a bit longer than what was in the back, and the back was all the way up to my hairline. And so as I've only trimmed these front pieces one time since last June, and that was before the hair experiment started, and that was because they were just so uneven. You know, as it was growing out, it was like it was weird. You know, everything in the back was so much shorter than everything in the front, which was cute when it was short, but, you know, now when it started getting longer, it looked weird. So anyhow, as I was going back and I was reflecting, you know, and I went through my videos, and I started filming on YouTube last October, and I noticed that my hair then was, it wasn't actually chin length at that time, but it had already grown out to like the bottom of my neck here, something like that. And so anyhow, when I started the hair growth experiment, you know, I had some bangs that were growing out, and I made a promise to everybody that I was not going to cut my hair until September. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just keeping on with the 100% pure castor oil, cold pressed castor oil. And this is a product by RS Star Beauty, which I've linked that in several of my videos. And so you know, you can find it on the internet. I think I got this at Amazon.com for $12.95, and it was full at the time, but as you can see, the level of the oil is right there. And I've been giving myself weekly treatments, and so like a pump or two, you know, in my hand, depending on how oily or how dirty my hair is, you know, and how much oil it takes to get it, you know, absorbed into my hair. So as my hair has been more on the dry side, it takes 2 pumps, you know, and if I have not washed it like in a week, and the natural oils have started to accumulate, it absorbs the oil a lot more easily, and it only takes 1 pump. So anyway, here in the summer months, I've noticed that it's been taking 2 pumps per week. And so anyhow, I use a natural boar bristle brush, and I just, you know, I take the oil in my hands and I warm it up because it's really thick, and I just kind of, you know, start massaging it into my scalp, you know, and I pat it on my head, and I start right here at the temples and, you know, the front, and I work my way, you know, around the sides and in the back, and then I massage it into my scalp, and then I take the brush and I brush it through, and I make sure that the oil is distributed all the way to the end. So you can see just by looking at my hair today, it's pretty well saturated, and my hair has grown since I got it cut it was a year ago, last June. My hair has grown about, well, I don't know. I don't have a measuring tape in front of me, but I'm guessing at least 6 or 8 inches, something like that. But anyway, since I started the hair growth experiment, it's grown about 3.5 inches, and we've been measuring that by my bangs. And so anyway, I've got my bangs all parted. Let me just comb them down here in front of me where you can see. And I posted a picture recently on Instagram, and I have a playlist on this hair growth experiment, which it had 4 videos in it, but one of them accidentally got deleted. The 4th one did. So update number 4 is gone. And so anyhow, I want to make sure and get this on there. But look at that. And when we started, it was right below my lip here. at the top of my chin. So we're talking about 3.5 inches of growth in 3 months. So we're doing, it's been about, well, 3.5 months since I started. So anyhow, I'll stretch it out here where you can see. So there's the tips right there. So pretty good bit. So that's 1 inch, 2 inches, about 3.5 inches of growth in 3 months, which is, I mean, I'm really well pleased. And for those of you that don't know about hair oiling, it is a, it's a well-known thing with the women in India, the Indian women, and because they do this, and they have the most beautiful hair. I mean, their hair is long, it's shiny, it's healthy, it's strong, you know, it doesn't break off or thin out, and they take great pride in taking care of their hair and using, there's all sorts of oils that are out there that you could use. You could use coconut oil, olive oil, argan oil, a mixture of those. You know, there's all sorts of videos that's out on YouTube about hair oiling. You know, if you just, you know, type in hair oiling, you know, in the search box up there at the top of the YouTube, you know, you're going to get all kinds of videos that's out there. But anyway, before I even knew about Indian women and hair oiling, you know, I was just doing a Google search because I was desperate for some sort of like do-it-yourself home remedy. And so anyhow, I just did a Google search, and it popped up some sites that offered products to help with, you know, and promote hair growth. And so I started reading up on 100% pure castor oil, and I bought this castor oil by R.S. Star off Amazon.com for $12.95. It's 16 fluid ounces, and it has a 1-year lifespan, which I have a feeling that, you know, if I put it in the refrigerator, it probably lasts longer. In fact, I ought to do that because I only use it once a week. But anyway, oils can spoil, and so that's why they tell you, you know, if you store nuts, you know, to put, nuts have oils, and oils can spoil, so put your nuts in the freezer, you know, in between, you know, uses. And that, you know, for those of you that bake a lot and you keep nuts in your pantry, you know, and you're not really snacking on them, you know, and using them up, you know, you want to store them to where they won't spoil, you know, and you'll have fresh ones on hand whenever you bake. And so anyway, but that's just a little bit of information there for those of you that didn't know that oils can spoil. And so anyhow, the oil is the very thing that, you know, protects your hair, and it stimulates the hair follicles. And so what you want to do with the natural boar bristle brush, and also with your fingers, is you want to massage this oil into the scalp. It's not so much for the hair itself, which the hair itself does benefit, but it's to stimulate the follicles, the hair follicle, which is underneath the surface of the skin. And so as you massage the oil into your scalp, and you use this natural boar bristle brush, and you massage your scalp by brushing your hair. And, you know, there's an old saying when I was growing up, you need to brush your hair 100 times a day with a natural boar bristle brush to distribute the natural oils of your scalp into your hair. And I never understood why. I just thought it was just something that you did to keep the tangles out, you know. And but it's for that reason. It's to stimulate the follicles of your hair and promote hair growth, and to limit hair loss. And so anyhow, you just brush it in, and you just go all the way down your scalp. And some people don't like natural boar bristle brushes, you know, because you have these are natural fibers. They come from a boar, which is like a wild pig. And these things, these bristles, they're really good about not, even though there's oil that gets in the bristle, you know, as you're brushing your hair, it's the oil does not ruin the bristle. These bristles just, it's really wild. They're stiff, but they're not too stiff. You know, they're not the kind of bristles that dig into your scalp. And so you can put quite a bit of pressure, you know, and it's not going to pick up the oil off your hair and and take it away from your hair, but it is going to, you know, help move it down the hair shaft so that, you know, all your hair gets coated. And then, of course, the bristle itself, you know, as you put it right there up against your scalp and you know, move the brush across your scalp like that, it's going to stimulate the hair follicle. So that's the purpose of using the brush. And then, you know, you can just tie it back or tie it up and move it out of your way. Keep it in for an hour. I would say at least an hour. You can do a minimum of 1 hour. You know, you can sleep on it overnight. That's what I usually do. And if I don't have anywhere to go, that's what I do. And so today's Tuesday, and I don't have anywhere to go tonight. So I'll keep this in, and then, you know, I'll shampoo it out tomorrow. And so anyhow, I'll just move this out of my way and get it off my face, you know. And there's so many other uses for this oil other than just your hair. I mean, it really helps with, like, if you want your eyebrows to get thicker, which mine are blonde, y'all can't really see them, but I have seen a vast improvement over my eyebrows and my eyelashes since I've been using this. You know, I put some right here along my lash line, you know, just the residue that's on my finger, or if I need a little bit, you know, I'll just get a little drop, you know, and I'll just massage it, you know, into the tips of my fingers. And, you know, I'll just rub a little on my eyebrows and rub a little, you know, into my eyelashes. And you can use it for your crow's feet to help eliminate that. You know, it's good for your skin, you know. And some of you girls out there that have oily skin, I just want to encourage you, you know, to moisturize with some oils and stuff. And effects of aging, you know, can be vastly diminished just by using oils on your skin. And a lot of times your skin will produce a lot of oil because you're not getting enough moisture into your skin at all. And so the natural inclination when you have oil to pool up on your face is to, of course, blot it away. And then when you're doing your skincare, you don't, you know, you naturally do not want to add any oil because you're thinking, oh, my skin's so oily as it is. But what happens is if you deprive your skin of the oil that it needs, then all the skin is thinking, oh, I need moisture, and it automatically kicks in, you know, to this oil producing mode. And then you've got, you know, all this sebum that's coming up, you know, through the pores of your skin. And so if you add oil into your skincare regimen, then it's going to help your skin not to produce so much oil. And so, you know, it's kind of like if you go on a diet and you come to a plateau, they say eat a potato, you know, and or if you know, you're having a hard time, you know, waiting in between trips to use the bathroom, and it's like you can't hold your water, then your body needs more water. You know, it's kind of along those lines. It's like a trick. You're playing a trick on your body. And so anyhow, those are some weird things that happen with our bodies. But anyhow, it really does work, you know. And so anyhow, I'm going to tie my hair up today, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do a makeup tutorial with you guys. I've got a cool tone smoky eye that I've been wanting to do with my Makeup Revolution Shade and Light palette. And or light and shade palette is what it's called. And so I'll be back in a few minutes with that. And so anyway, I just wanted to say that I am doing well on my hair growth experiment. I'm very happy with all the uses. I haven't had any problems with dandruff, you know, or any of those type of things ever since I started using this. You know, there's so many uses for this oil. It helps with any, you know, if you have any kind of fungus, like if there's a fungus that develops on your nails, like a lot of girls go and get their nails done on a regular basis, acrylic nails, and if there's a fungus that develops, you can use the oil on your cuticles and along the nail bed, and it will take that stuff away. It works on there's all types of remedies that this oil can be used for. It is so multifunctional, and there's so many purposes for it, and it's just a wonderful handy thing to have in your pantry and to use on a regular basis. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to let you all know how I'm doing, and I'm really happy with my hair growth. And so anyhow, it's actually been a year since I got a haircut, but when September rolls around, I'm going to try to trim the ends and, you know, and get some of the split ends off, and, you know, just make it a little bit more blunt on the ends, you know, and that way as it continues to grow, you know, I won't have so many jagged looking ends, because you know how it is when you need regular trims in your hair. But I'm just not doing it right now, just for the purposes of monitoring the hair growth. Okay, well, that's it for today. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the comments, the thumbs ups, you know, all the love. You guys are great, and I just love you so much. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.